Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be discussing all of the changes in the latest update patch for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet and all of the bugs that are still present in the game as well. There's quite a few things to talk about today, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try to hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on the latest update and your experience with it. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, one of the changes in the latest update patch for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet is that Pokemon now close their eyes when they're asleep, when they're actually inflicted with the sleep condition. So this was originally posted by Matthew saying, this is fixed in 1.1, and PLDH quote retweeted it saying, it's true, Pokemon now close their eyes in battle when put to sleep. So this is just a random Heracross that they've encountered. They've sent out a Vion. They're going to use sleep powder on the Heracross, and as you can see now, they do in fact close their eyes when they are inflicted by sleep in battle. Now, I don't know about you, I didn't even notice this was a thing. I didn't realize that Pokemon still had their eyes open when they were inflicted by sleep in battle, but that is something that has been changed now. Personally, I think there was other problems in the game that needed to be sorted out before this, but either way, I guess it's still something good. It just makes it look a little bit better. It's a step in the right direction, but there's still a lot of other problems that need to have been patched before this. But either way, that's one of the biggest things that has been changed in the latest update. This is another angle of it as well with a Greedent. As you can see, it's going to be like asleep now and stuff. So yeah, they close their eyes. Make of that what you will, but it's still good to see, I suppose. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the whole cloning situation. So PokeExperto tweeted this out saying version 1.1.0 of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet prevents activating the cheat that allowed cloning objects. It is only possible if it was already activated. So if you've already cloned a Pokemon or your legendary or whatever before this update, you can carry on cloning. But basically, if you haven't done it yet and you update your game, you won't be able to initiate the cloning. So I guess if you do want to clone items and stuff like that and get extra money, if you wanted to do that, then I guess I'd just advise you to do it before you update the game. But yeah, basically cloning, it hasn't necessarily stopped, but it stopped it a little bit. So I guess the biggest thing was, they needed to sort this out, and they haven't, I guess. Like, it's still in the game. You can still clone items. You just had to have already cloned it before the update, which I guess if you're going to clone Pokemon, you probably would have already done that. So really, it's just stopped the people that weren't going to clone from cloning anyway. But all the people that already did clone can still clone. So I don't know. Maybe there's going to be another update relatively soon that fixes the whole cloning thing. But as of right now, in the latest update, you can still clone in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and get unlimited items and stuff. So 999 Master Balls, ability capsules, all that stuff. But either way, that's just one of the updates. The next thing is performance issues. Now, this was posted on Nintendo Everything, saying with the release of the version 1.1.0 for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, it seems that Game Freak may have improved performance. Many who have tried out the Switch games have been pleased with the actual game experience. However, performance has definitely been a sore spot. Putting aside actual graphical quality, frame rate dips and stutters were present throughout. However, as mentioned above, it looks like performance has started to see an improvement. GameXplain shared a comparison video for a couple of the areas in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet posted below. In it, we can see that the frame rate appears to be much more stable than it was previously. However, Game Freak isn't finished yet. More patches would certainly be appreciated by the community. So basically, what they're talking about is when you go into certain areas like water, for example, the frames just drop. And I know I've experienced this myself when I was hunting for Veluza and Pokemon like that in the water. The frame rate just dropped significantly, especially when it rained as well. It made it even worse. But now it seems that when you go into the water, the frame rates just don't drop. So this is just a bit of I guess, an example of it. So they're just kind of going through the water here, and as you can see, the frames don't actually drop at all, and he's just going through the water normally. However, this is what it looked like before the patch. So as you can see, it's like quite laggy and stuff when he's jumping out the water. And that's basically apparently one of the changes. Apparently they have updated the performance issues. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this. Some people are saying that it hasn't been updated. Some people are saying it has. I personally have been to the water, and it does run a lot smoother. But I'm not sure if that's because obviously the issue is a memory leak, and if you've been playing for a while, that's when it starts lagging. But I'm pretty sure when I played before and I went straight to the water, it would lag. So in my experience, I have noticed a difference, and it does run smoother in the water. That's the only place I've tried, because that was the biggest place I got frame drops. But other people are saying you know, it hasn't really made a change. So let me know your thoughts on it. I've experienced the change, but again, maybe not everybody has, but hopefully it just does continue to get updated and these frame drops do keep, you know, getting sorted out. But again, as a player that's tried it out personally, I've experienced the difference. But again, maybe not everybody has. But let me know what your thoughts are on that and if you have, like, kind of sorted out any frames drops. But apparently, game performance has been updated, which again should have been one of the first things they tackled because that was the massive problem. I don't know if they've changed, like, crashes and glitches and stuff like that. It's too early to tell because the update just rolled out this morning. But again, we might get the full patch notes later today. And if that's the case, then obviously I'll make a video about that as well. But either way, apparently game performance is a little bit better. Moving on, ranked battles are now live in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, and with it comes the fix to online battling. So if you weren't aware, in the casual battle stadium battles, that was like the same RNG seed every single battle. So basically, you would miss moves on the same turn as you, like, every single battle. You'd hit moves on the same turn every single battle. So I think it was something like if a move had less than 90% accuracy on the first turn and you used it, it would always miss because they used the same RNG seed every single time. That has now been fixed, which again should have been, because there's no way they could have allowed ranked battles to happen with no RNG seeds changing. But either way, this was Austin, Anubis, should I say, tweeting out saying, "Hope you all enjoyed the last few days of predictable Battle Stadium RNG. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet version 1.1.0 fixes the problem with the static RNG seed in both casual and ranked battles, singles and double battles. The battle RNG is now properly random for all PvP formats." So battles now run as they always should have done. You know, there's no RNG manipulation in these battles. It is completely random. So if you use a 90% accuracy move on the first turn, it now potentially misses and it now potentially hits. That's just how it should have been from the start. I can't believe it was even a problem to like kind of start the game off with anyway. But with the amount of bugs in Scarlet and Violet, I'm not like crazy surprised. But that is a massive update. You can now battle online freely without worrying about people manipulating the RNG and stuff. So that's a massive step in the right direction. Next up though, we still have this bug in the game. So this was also Anubis tweeting out saying the ribbon/mark display is still bugged in 1.1.0. So originally, you know, they said note that there is a visual glitch with ribbon and marks display in version 1 and version 1.0.1. They won't show up in the box until a fixed. You can only adjust ribbons and marks outside of boxes. You can tell which Pokemon has a ribbon/mark by the missing. This Pokemon doesn't have any. But yeah, this is still a problem. They haven't fixed this. You'll still have to look for the missing message on the ribbon screen to know which boxed Pokemon have ribbons/marks. I've had several people tell me their Charizard didn't have a mark because of this bug. So the Charizard that you catch in the raid does have a mark, but because of this bug, you probably won't be able to see it in the box. It's just another issue that, again, I feel like is an easy fix. I mean, I don't know anything about game coding, but I feel like it is probably quite an easier fix as opposed to other things in the game. But no, that's still an issue in the game. We're still waiting for this fix to kind of roll out. I'm hoping we get an update like in the next week or so. I don't think it's going to happen, but hopefully before the end of the year, because like I said, there's still issues in the game. There's still the cloning glitch, potential performance issues, potential game crashes, mini bugs like this and stuff. Like, this shouldn't be a thing. It should have all been sorted before the games came out. And I love the games, you know, I think the games are great, but I'm not going to sit here and say they're perfect because they're not. They are a little bit unfinished. Well, I say a little bit. They're quite unfinished. Next up, the third wave of Nintendo Switch Online Pokemon icons are now available. These are coming out like every 2 weeks or something. This batch includes Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet, such as Grafaiai and Paldea and Wooper, and characters such as Geeta and Clavel. So yeah, if you're a Nintendo Switch subscriber, you can go get these, some cool icons and stuff if you want to update your profile and everything like that. I think there's one more batch that's coming out in a couple of weeks, which has some pretty cool icons, but yeah, make sure to go download that if you want. And then finishing things off, there's actually a new mystery gift in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. This dropped yesterday on the 1st of December. So it's posted by HDvee. A special distribution has begun in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Get some sandwich ingredients with the code HAJ1ME0 R1G1NAL. And this is just some sandwich ingredients. It's nothing crazy, but it's still useful. It's a free mystery gift. You may as well get it. It takes 2 seconds to do it. You get 10 peanut butters. You get 10 bro, what? I don't even know what that word is. Bro, I ain't great at cooking. I don't know what that is. Prosciutto. 10 hamburgers, 10 cream cheese, 10 noodles, 10 rice. And that's kind of it. So you may as well go get it. Helps with sandwiches and stuff. You know, it's only going to take you a couple of seconds to do it. But that is going to be everything for today's video. That is all of the update kind of changes that are currently present in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Again, the main patch notes will probably roll out very, very soon, but these are a lot of the big changes that people have noticed, like straight off the bat. So yeah, that's everything for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment as well with anything else you might have stumbled upon in the latest update, because, you know, if there are more patch notes and stuff, I'll definitely include them in that. So, you know, if you do find anything else, tweet it at me. It's in the description down below. But as of right now, these are all of the main changes. But yeah, subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. That's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.